Okay, we are now live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Good morning. I'm Marcos, and I'm here with Luis, Robinson, and Ricardo for one more Talk and Talk immersion. And today we are going to have a conversation about where, when, and how. But before we start, let me make a quick introduction about Talk and Talk. Talk and Talk is a platform where we can practice different foreign languages. Our focus is to get fluency in our talking. So we use these immersions to practice the ability to speak in English, Spanish, Italian, French, German, and sometimes in Mandarin too. As I told at the beginning, Talk and Talk is not a school, and for sure I'm not a teacher. In fact, I'm a student too. And today I'm playing the role of the host for this immersion. So I will facilitate our conversation. I'm Marcos. I'm 48 years old. I live in São Paulo. I'm married, father of two teenage daughters. They are turning 13 this weekend. They are growing fast, very fast. In my free time, I love to spend time with them, traveling, going to parks, going to move, riding a bike, walking our dogs in our condo, in the parks. I love to cook too. I'm here in Talk and Talk for 8 months. And I'm here, as you can imagine, to looking for my fluency in English to improve my conversation skills. Actually, I work in the technology field. I'm a project manager, and I'm working remotely from Brazil to a company based in the US. So Talk and Talk is all at this moment helping me a lot in my new role in this company. Luis, please introduce yourself.
Sure. Hello, guys. Good morning again. I'm Louise. I'm 27. I live in São Paulo. I'm a technology student and I work with strategic marketing. I'm actually at work right now because tomorrow I have an English interview, so I want to warm up the language, to don't feel insecure and stuff. And in my free time, I live with my girlfriend and we love to practice sports. So we are always swimming, running, watching movies together. And that's it. I have a little brother and I love to spend time with him also because he has so much energy. That's it, guys. And I'm also English hostess here as well.
You host immersions on Saturday morning, right?
Yes, and Mondays night.
Mondays
Yeah.
nights and Saturday morning. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Robinson, am I pronouncing right your name?
Yeah, Hobson, it's correct.
Robinson. Okay,
Yeah.
please introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Hobson. Right now I live in Santa Catarina State, but I already live in Porto Alegre City, Rio Grande do Sul State. I'm 51 years old. Now I work with a software engineer for a company abroad, like you. And I have three daughters. My older daughters got a degree in 2023. I'm very proud about this. And here I live in a beautiful city, São José City. Have beautiful places here for visiting, many places for see on the weekends. And then here in the Talk, I go back here because I remember I have some classes here in 2022, I think, when some groups. Now I go back for improve my English because despite I work for a company abroad, I already know so confidently about my English. I need to improve it, and I have some gaps that I need to improve, and I hope for it. That's it about me.
Thank you, thank you. São José is that one close to Florianópolis?
Yeah,
The
very
sun.
close.
Okay, great, thank you. And you, Ricardo, please introduce yourself.
Hello,
I believe.
everyone. Nice day. My name is Ricardo. I live at São Vicente. It's first year for Brazil. I'm married. I have a daughter. I have two pets. My cat's Indy and Pudim. And I love watching movies, hang out with my friends, family, barbecues, opportunities to talk and eat a nice food. That's it.
Great, thank you. So let's start. Our first question is, what is your favorite place to be at when you wanted to relax? And I will start with you, Luis.
I think the first one is my home, my house, of course. But I grew up in the countryside of São Paulo, in Mogi das Cruzes, at my grandparents' farm. It's not a farm. We don't have like many animals, but it's something very similar to a farm. And I love the place because I grew up there, and they still live there, and they have lots of trees that give fruits, you know. So they're very enthusiastic of exotic fruits. So they have like a peach from China, I don't know, a grape from Japan. It's very fun to be there, and I love them, of course. They raised me. So this is my favorite place to relax, and I'm going next Saturday to spend a weekend there.
Great. Loved your first part of your answer. To be at home. Yes,
Always.
sometimes we look far from home to relax, but at we spend most of our time at home, so it's nice that we can think about our homes as a place to relax too.
Yeah, very comfy.
Thanks for sharing. And you, Ricardo, what is your favorite place to be when you want to relax?
There are a lot of different places that I know.
Your audio is very far, Ricardo.
Sorry.
Now it's better.
In there is a place in the countryside of São Paulo State. It's called the Vale do Sol. That's a wonderful because when I it's expensive. And a long time ago, I used to go frequently, but nowadays it's a little hard because of the money. There is a nice place. One of the aspects is because there are a lot of hot sweet swimming pools, and the the food is very nice, and it's expensive. But when I go to this place, it's not necessary to do anything. It's just to relax, eat. But I used to go to the north coast on my region. There is a wonderful beach, and I used to go to the Maresias, and I love this place too. That's it.
Great. Nothing better to relax than having not much to do
Yeah,
as housekeeping. So
exactly.
when we go to hotels and we have someone to cook all the meals to, and especially to wash all the dishes, it helps a lot. I totally agree with you, Ricardo.
Yeah. A kind of all-inclusive on Brazil, huh?
Yes,
So
yes.
there is service rooms and the as I told you, né? Pensão completa, né? Sound like Brazilians used to say, né? So in this case, it's just sleep, eat, and have fun.
I agree. Thank you. Andrew Robinson.
I live in Santa Catarina, then my favorite place here is relaxing the beach. I have time, but now on the weekends, take my family, we go to the beach in place. We decide, we discover in the Instagram some place and try to see more close this. Uh, I like to listen to the waves and enjoy uh, the fresh air when I have time to go. And when I don't have time, I like to relax with my family in my home. I like to home. I like a lot to stay home. I don't like the traffic because I live in a big city like Porto Alegre, then it's very stressful for me.
I can imagine. My wife works at office every day. She spends 3 hours in traffic, 2 hours in the morning plus 1 hour at evening, come back to home. I can't imagine myself doing this. I think that traffic takes us
Yeah.
the happiness of living.
A couple of years ago, I used to take 5 hours and a half every day. I live at São Vicente, and the Barueri is around 90 kilometers, né? So it's not a that's weird, né? I work at São Paulo. It's shorter, but I used to take more time to reach. That's so weird, né? Particular at Fridays, né? Because every single person in São Paulo region used to go to the beach at the weekends, né? So Friday is a worst day at that time, né? But fortunately, I live in a dream because I work at home.
God keep us this dream
Thank you, God.
a reality.
Yeah.
Guys, my favorite place to be when I wanted to relax, at home, at kitchen. I love to go to kitchen at Sundays and cook our lunch, and I don't care about the hard work. I don't care about that I will have to wash the dishes, but that frees my mind. And it starts when I preparing the recipes, making the shop list to go to groceries, buy the ingredients, so it starts cleaning my mind. So that is the place at home that gives me more relaxation. And even after we have our lunch, I say to my family, please leave the dish with me because it will close all that ritual for me. So that is something particular for me. But when I'm thinking about a place outside my home, I think about the nature, the countryside. I love to be in the middle of trees, that quietness, far next to a waterfall, watching that, hearing that water sound. So that is another place that gives me these relaxation moments. I think that nature, being the nature with no technology, just hearing the sound, that sounds, the birds, the trees, the wind, so this frees my mind.
The air is different to breathe.
The air
That's
is
okay.
very true. That's downtown the air is heavy.
Yeah.
And that it's light, soft. It's amazing.
I think mainly for us that work with technology, sometimes you need to disconnect everything.
Yeah,
Just
that's
just
it.
it.
Louise talked about in her introduction physical exercise, and I go to gym 5 times a week, and I just use my phones to listen to music, and I don't. When I come to the gym, I put my phone on mute, take a last look at my exercise list, and don't take the phone again. And I talk to my family. At this moment, if you need to talk to me, please call me. Don't send me a message because I won't see. But just do this if it's urgent. If not urgent, please send a message and I will see it when I finish my training session. We need this moments of being far from the technology because the rest of the day we are connected through a computer. In my case, 2 screens plus a cell phone that is ringing, making noise all the time. So sometimes you just need to disconnect from all of this to get some relax. Great, guys. Let's move on. Question number 2. Robinson, describe your room or home and what is next to your bed or desk.
I think my home is comfortable and simple. Next to my bed, I have a small table with a lamp, a book, and sometimes my phone. My desk is where I work. It has my computer, notebook, and photo of my family. Since I work remotely as a software engineer, this is where I spend most of my time.
Great, thank you. And you, Luis?
I live in a small apartment that in São Paulo we call it a studio to be fancy, but it's like a flat, you know. But it's very, even if it's small, it's big for us. It's enough space for us, just 2 people. So my bedroom is not actually a bedroom. It's like a part of the living room, you know, because it's a studio. But it's very comfortable because there's like a deep zone, so we can keep the lights off and it's very dark. And it's next to a big window that is the entire wall, and we can open to a basement. I don't know. No, it's not. It's I'm looking for a word like varanda, something like this. And then we can open another window, and there's lots of sunlight in the morning. And we recently moved out, so we don't have curtains yet. So I woke up every single day with the sun at like, I don't know, 5:30 a.m. And yes, it's very warm because we have wood floor. So nowadays that it's a little cold, it's warm. And yes, we don't have much furniture yet, but it's very, I don't know, it's very intimate. It's just like us. I'm very happy in this new apartment, actually.
Your circadian rhythm probably will thank you for waking up with the sunlight.
Yes.
And actually, coming to the winter, you are having 1.5 hour more of to sleep.
Thanks God. I need the rest.
I love to wake up in the summer. Usually I wake up around 5 a.m. and at summer 5 a.m. there are sun out there. So I look to the window and I see sun and I'm okay. I will have a long day.
Yeah.
But actually coming to the winter, the sun just comes after the 6 a.m. Yeah, we have 1 more hour to sleep. But this makes me a bit lazy in the morning, and I don't like this feeling.
You're
And you,
like a morning
Ricardo?
person? Sorry.
Oi?
Are you a morning
Yes, I'm a
person?
morning
So
person. I'm a
that's
morning
why, that's
person.
why.
I'm a morning person. Actually, if I have something important to do, I need to schedule it to start my day doing it. So when I finish my day at work, I take a look what's coming next to the next day, and I put the top priority things to start it right in the morning. Because if I leave it to the afternoon, probably I will. There are more chances that I will procrastinate.
Same.
And you, Ricardo, please describe your room, and what is next to your bed or desk.
Uh, my house is actually is an apartment, but I consider a nice place. Is comfortable, and the my room is not so big, but is enough to keep my things. Uh, and the I consider important have curtains. I don't know how to say. It's a kind of the Brazilians used to say blackout on the windows because it's important for me is not have any kind of light because I consider better when you sleep in a place totally out of light. And there is a 5 books beside of my bed, but I never read because every time when I try to read in my bed, I fell asleep. Yeah, I read. Uh, I used to read 5 minutes or less, and the fell asleep. But it's a nice place, very good. Have good moments too.
Great. Talking about my home, actually, I live in a small city close to São Paulo, and we moved here when my wife got pregnant. At that moment, we lived near to downtown São Paulo, in the Aclimação neighborhood. We lived very close to the park. That is a famous park there, Parque da Aclimação. And
Yeah.
we loved to live there. But there was a house. We always have dogs at home. At that moment, those were different dogs. Unfortunately, they died. They got old. So we always lived in houses, and our home was in an open street. And during my wife pregnancies, there were some robberies in our streets, and I got a few anxious about this. My wife was pregnant of twins, and I started thinking, oh, I can't imagine she coming to our home with 2 daughters, 2 babies inside the car, and then thieves come and she has nothing to do. So we moved here. Actually, we live in a closed condo. So what I most like in my home is that I don't have walls or gates at entrance. It's a safe place. So I can come to my home and put our car at the garage, not having to open a gate, and we can feel safe. and we have a grace yard where our dogs can run. Actually, you have two little pets, and they can run in this grassy, and they love it. Beside my bed, there is just a nightstand, a small nightstand, and all I have there is a Kindle device. I love to read and on Kindle, and I think Kindle is it helps us a lot because I can have all my library there, and it just weighs 300 grams or something like that. It has its own lights. I don't need to turn on any other lights in the room, so that is almost I have there. And talking about my desk, as I started before, as I introduced it before, I use a second monitor to help me. So I have here a laptop, this monitor, some books, and a microphone, an external microphone to help me, and my cell phone, and a cup of coffee, and some water, and that is it for my desk. Okay, guys, let's move on. Question number 3. Ricardo, what do you usually do on Sundays?
One of the best, that my favorite things, do nothing, is so good. Sometimes I understood the certain people, but some people used to say, "Oh, when I reach the retirement, maybe I could become sick because I can't support uh, do anything. I don't have I don't have this problem. For me, it's so nice. And the do nothing is not exactly do nothing. I, for example, just change the channels on TV, or watch a move or any kind of good things on TV. Sometimes walk on the beach, or I don't know, talk with friends, go to the gym, go to supermarkets. Marcos told regarding hate supermarket, go to supermarket, but I like, for example, and I at weekends I use it to make some dinner or a kind of plate, and I like to go to the supermarket, choose the ingredients, come back to my house and cook something. I like. Not all the time, every day. Things like routine. Oh, every day I have to cook something for lunch, or so. It's a little boring. But a special plate I have to to cook. That's nice. And yeah, but sometimes I go to the fair, buy fruits and the vegetables, and on back to my house. I used to watch TV with my family, and sometimes go to a different place, a park or a beach or something. That's it. I believe that is a wonderful thing. Uh, Share some time with your friends and family. That's it.
Great, thank you. And you, Luis?
Very similar with Ricardo, because Sunday is a day to take care of the house, you know. But I like to start the day with an activity. So this is gonna sound very silly, okay? Because it is. I live near Minhocão in Santa Cecília. So on weekends it's open, and weekdays at night it's open. So from my window, I can see what's happening on Minhocão. And sometimes I can see if if they are giving free Powerades, you know, the isotonic drink Powerade. So in front of my building, it's a spot where they give free Powerade. So if they are giving, I go for a run on Minhocão, then I take some Powerade. If they're not, because sometimes they're not, I go for a swim on Sesc Bom Retiro or Sesc Consolação because the pool is open on Sundays and I love to do, I don't know, an hour of swimming. And that's it, one of these activities. Then we go for buy groceries to a street fair because it's not that expensive, like fruits and vegetables. I like to save money. And yes, I like going to the supermarket on Sundays because I'm not in a rush, you know, like on weekdays, because I have to work and I have to come back to my house, to my home. Then we go on a Sunday and we buy something special to cook too. And yes, that's it. Sometimes I visit my family, I don't know, at lunch, but I prefer to stay home to do my running or swimming and cook a nice lunch.
Nice. Something I always was curious about is if your neighborhood is too noisy. Because
Mine,
because during the days, Minhocão is a busy
yes.
route for traffic.
Yes, it's it's a little. It depends on the day. During the day, you're right, it's a little noisy, but I have like two windows, so I
Great.
just can close. And I live in the 50th floor, so it's very tall. But on weekends, it's silence. It's very, of course, you can hear the children on Minhocão, you know, and people running and talking, but it's good noise.
That's
It's a
much better
much
today, no?
Yeah.
yeah. That's a noise much more friendly than cars noise, people jumping there,
Yes.
Yeah,
buzinas.
sometimes I understood the reason that a lot of people from São Paulo and the others cities around uh, come down to my region because sometimes São Paulo is so hard, so stressful. No? For me, it's uh, totally different no? Because in my region, I don't know when I wanted to go in a place. For example, if you drive a car during an hour, I pass for 5 cities, and sometimes I kept on the traffic. Or, for example, I used to work at Berrini, and sometimes I go to a different place in São Paulo. No? One of times I remember I I went to São Mateus, and I took an hour and a half. So I completely understand this kind of thing. And every single day when I come back to my house, I kept on the Bandeirantes Avenue for almost an hour. I understand. I completely crazy this kind of thing, né? Particularly because for us, people from South Coast from São Paulo, Bandeirantes Avenue is a highway. It's not exactly a avenue, because it's I don't know, it's so big, and a long time ago there is an accident inside, not inside, below of the I don't know how do you say viaduto in English, and the truck got fired and destroyed the fire signal. Not fire signal, semaphore. I forgot the name of semaphore. Sometimes
Traffic
uh,
lights.
traffic lights. Yeah, sorry. And why the reason that there are traffic lights in the same place of the viaduct? I can't understand. And suddenly the traffic light was destroyed because of the fire, and suddenly the guys don't put the traffic lights in the same place. I don't know. Sometimes I think that the traffic engineer is a baker, so I don't know.
Yeah, I believe that nowadays is not a problem just in São Paulo because here in
Yeah,
Santa
yeah.
Catarina we have the same problems with traffic. There are some times we cannot do just impossible to go for Florianópolis. It's very close here because the traffic is very expensive. And I remember in Porto Alegre city is the same thing.
Yeah. Move on. Robinson, please. What do you usually do on Sundays?
Yeah, about me, I think on Sundays I like to spend time with my family uh, because my week is very busy with my work. Sometimes we go to the beach or have a nice lunch or just watch a movie together. And I like to rest and recharge for the week. It's a day to be with my family and my daughters.
Great. For me, as I introduced it before, is a day for relaxation, rest, and some meditation. So I do almost all of this at kitchen, cooking something special for lunch. And I try to spend time, I spend the rest of the day with my wife and daughters, watching movies, going to a park. So this is we usually do on Sundays. Luis, please choose our next question. Read and
Okay, let me
answer.
see. I like the next one. Is there a special place you like to go at night? During weekdays, I like 3 days a week, maybe. I like to go for a run again on Minhocão, but like very fast, 20 minutes, just to sleep better. But since we moved it to Santa Cecilia and it's a new neighborhood for us, we like to explore the cafes, the different restaurants. And it's so different that place because it's not like Higienópolis, but it's almost, so it's not that expensive, but it's more cultural, I think. And there's so creative different places. Like last week we visit one that it's called Festival de Filmes Vencidos. It's a cafe. Who runs this cafe? It's a person that likes to used to sold film for analogical photography. And I'm very into this hobby. So this is very special. It's not like expensive or metida besta, it's very fair and it's good. I love the food there. And so when we are not at home, like cooking dinner, we are visiting some place for half an hour just to, I don't know, just to detach from work because I spend a lot of time at home, my home office. And as we said before, it's good to relax sometimes. So sometimes we try to do something different.
Great. You talked about Higienópolis, but they are very close neighborhoods.
Yes, but we can see clearly the
Yeah, the
difference,
difference for sure, for sure. I made my high school at Mackenzie.
I see.
So I used the Santa Cecilia Metro and walked all the Dona Veridiana streets
I see.
Yeah.
across to Mackenzie. And I came from both
Yeah.
neighborhoods and they are very different. Close,
I
but
do
very
this
different.
path like almost every single day.
Sometimes I feel I miss that time.
Yeah.
Ricardo, please move on.
Mm, sorry, you're talking regarding a special place?
Yes. Question number 4.
I'm sorry. Well, there are some restaurants and the another place. There is a problem in my house, because my well, as I told you, I work remotely, but my wife uh, uses to go to the office every day, and sometimes for her is, yeah, certainly is more exhaustive, and sometimes at the weekends she doesn't like to go out, but I love go out, particular Friday. Friday for me is a special day because, yeah, you have uh, I work it I work it during particular all my career at weekends, holidays, Christmas, New Year, Eve, etc. And and currently I wanted to enjoy this my phase, because I reached this opportunity more recently, 5 years or lately, but a lot of times my wife prefer became at home. But I love to go to the uh, family's house, friend's house to sometimes uh, dinner, a special dinner, or just a simple pizza. That's a wonderful opportunity to talk and the other stuff. I love even at the, for example, Sunday at the night or something. But sometimes it's weird, because the time is the same. But when you don't do anything, it's weird. Sound like the time pass faster. I don't know. So I prefer have this kind of appointments to let our life different or better. That's it.
Great. And you, Robson,
It's number 4. Yeah.
number 4.
At night, not really. At night, I prefer to stay home with my family or just try to make something that my work that I cannot to finish during the day. Sometimes watch series or a good movie together. If you like it, we order pizza or just relax.
Great. Considering I'm an early bird, yes, at night I prefer to go to bed, but usually uh, after I finish my work day, I go to have some walk at condo with my daughters for 45 minutes or an hour, so I can get then being on movements, and that is a moment for us to talk about outside our place. But on Fridays or Saturdays, sometimes we go to different restaurants that are in a special place near home that we like to go. That is, they they prepare an interesting barbecue, Uruguayan barbecue that we like a lot. So those are the special places we want to go on at night. Hobson, please choose our next question. Read and answer.
See, number 7, do you prefer working on the morning or the night? Why? Now I prefer work in the morning, feel more focused and productive after a good night's sleep. I like to start early, finish my tasks, and have the rest of the day with other things, family, accomplishments with my wife. This balance is important to me.
you told on your introduction that you are working abroad, right? Are you following any specific time zone, or you can make your own schedule?
Depends the thing. I think there are many guys in different cultures, but now we try to just following 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at BRT time zone.
Nice.
But
I'm
it's not easy.
following
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes we have some meetings in the night.
in my team. There are some guys from India too, and usually we don't meet with them because they are 10 hours ahead of us. So
Yeah,
when they are
exactly.
finishing their work day, we are starting ours. Some some days we are following the CST time zone, that is the ones from Central Time in the US, that is 2 hours behind ours, behind
Yeah.
us. So sometimes they start uh, at 9, that is 11 for us. That is probably when people in India is stopping to work. So maybe we have some days we have some meetings starting at 11 or maybe at 10, and that is the time zone that I chose for me. I usually work from 10 and a half to 6:30 p.m. Don't stop to have lunch, and I use these moments in the morning to be here, practicing, having some immersions on Talk and Talk, study some stuff, and it's interesting.
Yeah, I think I
And
had looked some. Sorry, go ahead.
no, no, please continue.
I think I had a look with this team because now I think they were in California now. Then we can start. They
-4
start.
probably.
Yeah, exactly. And they have some meetings in the afternoon. Sometimes in the night they try to combine this with the other, but it's hard sometimes. But the Indians in California as well. Then we have the meetings with them.
Yeah, it's hard to keep them in this at the same meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
And you, Luis, morning or night?
I prefer morning, of course. I'm a morning person also, but I don't know why I am more productive in the afternoon, I think. Like after lunch, after a good cup of coffee. But because when I'm at my house in the morning, I'm always thinking about my house tasks. Like I need to do the laundry, I need to cook lunch, I need to do something. So I feel distracted. So, but I prefer morning, of course. At night, it's just for myself. I don't want to think about work or college or anything.
Nice. And you, Ricardo?
Uh, I believe that I consider myself a morning person. No? I I like to wake up early, not so early, no, but 7 o'clock. That's nice for me. And I work a lot of times during the night, and uh, but always face a problem, headaches and other stuff. So I needed to work uh, at the morning. For me, it's much better. I have a boss. I had a boss, and the sometimes I make jokes about it. He always arrived at the office like an animal. Don't say any word until the lunch. After the lunch, he became another person. So I never understand this kind of situation because I'm completely different. I prefer the at the mornings, but that's it, guys.
That should be a challenge situation.
Yeah,
I can't
sometimes.
imagine it. I can't imagine the anxiety if you had a feedback meeting scheduled with him for the morning.
Yeah.
You can't expect a good feedback or even a fair feedback in this situation.
Yeah, that's nice.
Okay, guys, I think we don't have time for another questions. I shared the survey link at the chat, and I will thank you for giving me feedback. I hope you had enjoyed as much as I did in this immersion. Hope you have a great day and hope to see you in the upcoming immersions. Bye bye, guys.
Thank you,
Bye
Mark.
bye.
Have a
Have
nice
a
day.
wonderful
Stay
day.